I was reading an article today, and I think it was Psychology Today, about a study that they've done recently on the impact of social media on cognitive function for children, and that it's just fucking nuking their brain. Nuking
How old are
their
your kids?
I have a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old and a 28-year-old.
So what is your, like, because my wife and I go through this all. They want it so bad. And yet you, as a parent, you want them to be happy. And all their friends have Instagram. I know it destroys my brain. How
Yeah.
could it not hurt theirs? I find my own powers of concentration are suffering. I'll be reading a book, which I used to do all the time, and every 10 pages I take a break to look at my phone. What's happening? Why am I doing this?
Right.
You know, what? So, but they want it so bad.
Yeah.
And I want them to be, how do you handle that?
I do not put restrictions on my children's use of social media, but we do have discussions about it because I think it is an inexorable part of modern society, and I think there is a social ostracization that comes from eliminating social media, telling your kid they can't have a phone. I see it in other kids. I don't think that's the solution.
My daughter is loving you right now. She is just like, see, because she says, teach me to be responsible for it myself.
Yes.
Help me do that.
That's what I believe.
And you know, when we were thinking about what restrictions we were going to do, we went on this walk with this really good friend of mine. Richard Linklater is an amazing person. And they tried to, my daughters hit him up of what he thinks. He said, I don't know. All I know is that the most important thing is to be your own best friend, and that this is a slight obstacle to it. That boredom and sitting still with yourself is a membrane you kind of have to pass through. And if you can make best friends with yourself, then your best friend is always with you. And so that's been my solution too, is to say, all right, there aren't limitations, but let's all sit down and look at, I'll show you how much I looked at it. How much did you look at it? How we doing? Do you feel, is it helping? Is it hurting? Because what you're 1,000% right about is it's part of the social structure of their lives.
Yeah.
And to isolate them from it you can't pretend that doesn't have negative side effects.
Well, both of my children, my young children, are very disciplined. And one of them just opted out, just decided she's not going to get on social media anymore. And she got this app, and nobody forced her to do this. She got this app that locks you out, and it shows you how many days you've been off of Instagram, sort of incentivize you, to stay off of it. The last time she checked, she'd been off like 99 days or something like that. No Instagram, no nothing. But it is addictive, but there's a lot of things in life that are addictive. And so the question is, like, how addictive is it? Like, what is calling you to get nothing? Because that's what you get. You get nothing. You get these like tiny dopamine hits, like staring at something for a few seconds, like, oh, that's provocative or that's crazy. Like, why is he saying that? Or why is that happening? Oh my God, they're gonna die. Like I have this terrible text thread between me and my friend Tom Segura, where we send each other the absolute worst things that we find online every day. Like every day, it's guy got run over by a train, car accidents, gunshots, South American assassinations. It's just all every day. It's just all the worst things you could possibly find on the internet. There's no good in that. We do that to fuck with each other because it's kind of funny because he's a comedian too, and we just fuck with each other. It's just like silly, like, oh boy, like he sends me things and I send him things. But for the most part, I get nothing. It's mostly nothing. Occasionally, I say it's like I make this excuse like as a comic. Oh, I need to be up on the zeitgeist. I need to be paying attention to what people are paying attention to. But you kind of get it anyway. You kind of get it anyway just through life, and it's better that way because then you only get the real significant things. You don't get you don't have to sift through everything. It's like you have a filter. Society acts as your filter to get you the most pertinent information. But I think leading by example with kids is the best way with everything. My kids are both very disciplined. They get a lot of things done, and they work really hard, which I'm very proud of. They're also really nice, which I'm also very proud of. I think that's like
it's
the hardest fucking thing to do is to just be nice, to be a kind person. The worst thing for kindness is social media. Children in particular are so fucking mean to each other on social media. They're so mean to each other in comments, and they talk about how one of their friends is getting bullied and this person is doing this, and they're leaving comments on this and from a rival high school and a this and a that. And it's like, but I also think that process of understanding that there is this bizarre social interaction that's not real, that is a part of life, and that you have to develop a resilience to this.
Getting tough is important. Like I think one of the things kids are experiencing now is what I experienced with the first blush of celebrity. I mean, you want to talk about negative comments? Try being an actor. You know, everybody's got opinion about you, what a fake you are, what a phony you are. This sucks about you. This is dumb. This is what you're like.
Yeah.
You know, I have lost unbelievable, ridiculous amount of hours to my mother will send me a really nice review of something positive about me, right? I'll look at it, and my brain goes, what are the comments? Nasty. I mean, just the nastiest things. And you can't believe that but I don't want to, give it too much time, but I actually think it really makes you stronger to realize, of course, people don't like you.
Over
It's
time,
fine.
it will make you stronger.
It's fine they don't like you. Guess what? Half the people every party you went to didn't like you. Okay? But they're also not thinking very much about you. They're thinking about themselves. And you start to realize that this is just people talking at the barbershop. People have been gossiping throughout the history of mankind. Now you can read it if you want, but it has no venom in it. It's not real.
Right.
And the sooner you learn that other people's opinions don't have to affect you, I think the better off you are. So in that way, it hurt me. I've seen it happen to actors, especially if you're doing stage. I'm sure with comics, it's when you're doing a play and you have to do it every night and you start reading a lot of bad things that people say about you. It is demolishing to your confidence. I mean, I had this actor friend of mine. We shared a dressing room, and one day he came in, and he was great in the show. And he came in, and his whole energy was dark. I was like, "You all right?" I went down the rabbit hole last night. I just read what people are saying about me on the internet, and everybody thinks I'm terrible in this play. And I'm like, they don't like your character. Like people are not so brilliant. There's not all geniuses out there chiming in on what a jerk you are at 3 a.m. Right. Okay.
Right.
So you don't have to take it seriously. But it took him weeks to get his mojo back because he would step out on stage just imagining this chorus of hate.
I had the exact same conversation last night with a famous comedian friend of mine.
Really?
I won't say his name, but he went down a Reddit rabbit hole the other night.
I don't do it anymore. I don't do it.
He goes, I fucked up and I went down this rabbit hole.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No good comes from it.
And he was like, they fucking hate me. I go, no. They hate themselves. They hate everything. There's Michael Jordan's not leaving Reddit comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, these aren't winners. These are fucking people that are not doing what they want to be doing. And they want to hate on everybody that's out there in the public eye.